the question.
Yeah, I'm asking. Could you please show me the Glue console?
Yes,
I would like to see the script space.
Just a second. I'm looking to drag it down. Come on, it is not so hard. Yeah. This is the script.
You're not sharing your
Okay.
script.
Yes, it is here.
Right. So, like it is automatically generated, right? So when we are doing custom scripts, where we have to start, like while creating the job functions, we have to select the Spark engine like that.
Yes, we will come back on that. So first I
Oh,
started this thing and then we'll go work that. That's also.
okay. Okay.
And this script is auto-generated once we are designing this glue flow.
Yes, it's auto generated. Actually, you cannot modify it. You can see it's logged, and if when I say edit script, it's going to give me a warning. Or convert it off from visual mode to a script write mode only. And job details you will see here. Sorry, the runs you will see here. So now actually they have built this table view and card view. Like earlier it was just a card view, which was actually more helpful to us. Like we can see the job name, run ID, and its status is succeeded, and start time and end time and execution time we could have seen here. Okay, and if you want to see the logs, you can just scroll down and click this antivirus is this. I can click on output logs. It's again going to take me on the CloudWatch logs. So now we should be understanding the CloudWatch logs. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we lost your voice for some time.
Yeah, actually I'm on a hotspot of mobile, so I mean it might be a bit slow. And here we don't have to actually for the glue, we don't have to look on the when I search my script name. Okay, you have to choose the smallest one. That means the complete orange one. If it's a blue, it will just have the job starting details, like something like this, jar details, nothing else. Okay, so just come back here and always choose the smallest one. And I have many entries. So how do I find the latest entry? Just come here, select your job run and copy it and just paste it here. And just select the one which is completely orange. That means the last one. Okay, if I just resume this. Okay, for this job actually I don't have any actually what's to happen. Here in the script I have no print statements. Okay, that's why my yes please.
The screen movement is not happening for me.
Is it same for everyone? Hello.
Yeah, it is same.
Okay, let me just reshare it. Okay, electricity is back, so I'll be joining on the Wi-Fi in a 2 minute. Yeah, so meanwhile, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
So this is my CloudWatch, and I was saying that when we come on the
Oh no,
if
sorry.
you click here,
Your screen only Skype is showing, not Glue console.
okay, then just wait a minute. Actually, electricity is back. Let me connect with the Wi-Fi. It will take a minute or two to start. Yeah. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or doubts, you can ask me.
Yeah. So when we are using the custom script, then we won't create the pipeline in the visual, right? Visual section.
No, we are going to write the custom script from scratch.
Right. Like dragging the Azure data factory pipeline.
No, the drop will not be there. It will be
So
yeah.
we want while using the custom script, we no need to create the pipeline, right?
No. Just allow me a minute and I will just take a call and it's actually urgent kind of, and I'll join from my Wi-Fi. I will be there.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm just going to share my screen. Let me know if you can, see it smoothly. Can you see my job script?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm going on runs. And here it's actually, you can take the job ID from here, or if you just scroll down now, you can actually directly go on the out. So if you face any syntax errors or like that, you should go on the error logs. Okay, and if you just want to see the outputs, and if you have exceptions, we should go on the output logs. So for our job is succeeded, I'll go on the output logs. Okay, and then I can just scroll down and select this smallest one. This is I was saying that if you have the blue ones, just ignore these things. This is just the information things we have, and you have to choose the smallest one here. And this also like this one also will not have anything useful for us. Okay, and as it is the visual editor, we do not have any print statements which have included here. Okay, now to verify, I can go in my target. My target bucket is this project one, so I can go inside my bucket name. And inside my Kinesis, I should have my file, which is this file, and it is encrypted, or it is compressed by snappy.parquet, and it is my final output. To visualize this, I can just click on this and say action, where you just select Apache Parquet selected in the input settings. Output I want CSV format. Run SQL query, and you can see my data has been here. But one other difference, if you see, I have not made any changes in this job. I haven't dropped anything. I haven't modified anything. But if you see, this Parquet file is the size of 13.1 KB. Okay. At the same time, if I just go back, in the same time, if I just go back to my source bucket, which is this bucket, and this Airbnb price, you can see my size is 65.4 KB. So from 65 to 13, almost 5 times difference is there. Okay. So now you see, like without doing any modifications or changes, my file size has been reduced quite drastically, like 80% of savings I have done already. So now it does not look, maybe it not look like I just say 50 for some 50 KB of data. But if I'm working on the 50 GB of data set, I'm going to keep saving almost 40 GB of storage charges. That's where it comes very handy. That's why we should always try to keep our output in the Parquet file format. Yes, now open for the questions again.
So for today's class, we are trying with AWS Glue, where already in one bucket CSV file is there. Through the Glue ETL job, we are transforming it. We are changing some data type and other things, and loading it to the another S3 bucket. So this is the objective of this class,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And since the source is in CSV and the destination is in Parquet, so this instead of Parquet, I can save it in any other format, or like
Yeah, you
where.
can save it in any format.
Jalal, you were saying something on Kinesis, and what is that actually?
Kinesis I not just said right now. I mean, yeah, Kinesis is actually live data processing tools where we can process the live data, and that we are going to see. But now I have not included this word Kinesis.
But you were saying about Kinesis, right? Like few minutes back. So, yeah.
Kinesis actually are not pronounced.
Actually, destination bucket you have created as you can see.
Okay, that was just a folder inside the it's just if I just say project, it is just the folder. Like I already had this bucket which has some Kinesis data, and in the same folder I have just saved this file. So this Kinesis technology has nothing relation to these codes.
Okay.
I just choose the kind of safe thing because I was not because most of my buckets are actually triggering the Lambda functions. That's why I just kept it in a side. I don't want to trigger those things.
So can I put it like this? Glue is a service which offer ETL. ETL can be done inside this Glue. That's what we're doing, right?
Yes, exactly.
So is it like Azure Data Factory?
Yes, kind of. But Azure Data Factory does not support the script writing. There we only have the visual editors. Okay, so you can say it's slightly better than Azure Data Factory, but you can say it's a combination of Azure Data Factory and Azure Databricks.
Okay.
But yeah, most of the things that Azure Data Factory can do, it's actually you can do it from here also. So as you can see, if you just click, or if I just can make it full screen, is it going to make full screen for me, or I can make it from no? I want this one to be executed. Plus no, and shift it no. This is a bit strange that I cannot. Okay, it's like that only. Can't do. Okay, maybe I can do it from here. Okay, so like if you just click on the plus, I can, you have various of sources that you can select. Then you press transformations, we can do joins, we can do SQL queries, we can run, and sensitive in data we can detect with help of this glue. We can fill some missing values, okay, and we can aggregate, transform the columns, drop duplicates, dropping some fields, selecting some fields, or dropping null fields, filtering. In filtering we can say some global and global or. So those things we can actually go ahead and do, and you guys can go ahead and try these things out. But I'm not. I never prefer these drag and drop things because in real times most of the projects are not using the visual editor. Like the data is so much customized, or the transformations are so much customized. Like I'm writing joins with 10 tables and or 14 tables sometimes, and those are like very much conditional joins are there. So we always prefer to use the scripts. That's why I want to give you more knowledge on the script side.
See, the general question, normally this AWS, where we store these tables in AWS?
We not store tables. See, that's the thing. The databases are running mostly on premise, or like they could be on clouds also, okay, but from those databases data is fetched out in the form of S3 files or CSV files on the S3 bucket, okay. From the S3 bucket the data pipeline starts, like Lambda, Glue, and Redshift or Snowflake. It could be anything at a target. The analytic part we finish on the Redshift, like that's where we go ahead and create the tables and databases and schemas. But if you are looking to fetch data from directly from databases, that is actually not happening with the Glue mostly. Why? Because S3 is the cheapest storage. Like same data, if I go ahead and store on the database, it's going to cost me much more than S3, and it's not as flexible as S3. I can just go ahead and dump any data. I can dump the data from various tools. I can dump data in form of SQL. I can dump data from JSONs. Like whatever I have, I can simply dump it. And that's this piece is actually called data lake creation. Like I can create my data lake on S3. Like the raw format data, whichever wherever from I'm getting it, I'm going to store it on the S3 buckets, and that is my data lake. Any analytical team, any machine learning team, any data engineer team or data analysis team in my company can get that data and use it for their use cases.
Basically, S3 is getting used just for ingestion. Like we are dumping all the data kind of landing area, and after here we are using Glue to do transformation, and then we can load this transform data to Redshift or any other database.
Yes, kind of. Yes. And just remember, we can actually schedule this job also based on some time. Okay, and we can also have the version control of the job here with the git configuration enabled. Okay, any more questions? Okay, I mean, if you have no questions, then I'm going to wrap up this class today at right now. Because if I start with the Spark transformations, it's going to take us some time, and I don't want to, leave those things in between. If you have questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we are going to start with the Spark editor tomorrow, which is here. Like I have to come on the ETL jobs and click on the Spark editor and hit on create. From this, if I just create this for now, I will get a boilerplate code, which is like setting up the Spark context and all those things. Then I can start writing my script from here. So this script I'm going to, yes, please.
Yeah, so the glue script will be based on Python and PySpark both.
It can be, yes. So see, let me just show you that also.
No, it's not. It's not Python and PySpark. It is Scala and PySpark, right?
See,
Scala
two
Spark
things.
and PySpark.
No, no, wait, this. So engine, I mean, forget about this engine scripting. There's Spark. I have a normal Python engine. Okay, then programming language. I have and Scala. Okay, so if I want, I can use Python on the Spark engine. So I can use PySpark. I can use Scala on the Spark engine. So I can use Scala plus Spark. Okay, these two options I have on the Spark engines. Then on the Python engines, I can just run the Python. That's all. There's no option of Scala. Obviously, these combinations are much more faster engines. They can solve your data and they can take much more load. Okay, and if you have some small load, if you have some, in that case, we can use Python engine. And obviously, these engines are cheaper than your Spark engines. So there's two categories. One is engine, like we have Python and Spark engine. Then we have programming language like Python and Scala. Scala we can only use with the Spark engine. We cannot use Scala with the Python engines.
Jalaj, so in Glue we will be writing this PySpark and Scala Spark, right?
Come again, please.
No, where we will be writing this PySpark code in Glue or Athene, Glue or this thing, what do you call it?
Glue.
In Glue, right? Okay. Glue. So can we say that Glue as data brick, right? Data brick plus data factory is called Glue.
Yeah, you can say it like this, but see, I'll say data factory as an individual. Yeah, you can say it like that. I mean, I have used data factory. So all those transformations that we can do on the data factory, we also have here the glue. But yeah, Databricks is actually much more than the glue because that have delta tables, that has lakehouse architecture, that has delta live tables. So Databricks is bigger than glue. But yes, the core functionality, the running the Spark jobs on and running on the notebook format, that we can definitely do on the glue. And obviously these are the competition, like glue is competition with the data factory.
So behind the scene there is a cluster running.
Yes.
So that we don't really need see in on-prem data thing, data engineering, we create the code in the Eclipse, bring that code to the cluster, run it, we submit. So we don't do all those activity here.
No, we just create the code and we just click on run.
Okay.
So in this also we don't have any debugging option. Debugging is in kind of development.
Line by line?
Yeah, I mean, suppose I wrote some 5 line and I wanted to see how it is running, whether any syntax error or something is there or not.
You can use Jupyter notebooks for that, but yeah, in Spark script editor, there's no option for that.
Okay.
Jalaj, one more thing. So Spark, this core thing, no RDD, SQL. So all these things you will be teaching inside this glue only, right?
See, RDD is actually a kind of old technology. So I'm going to teach you data frames.
Data frames. So Spark SQL is what you will be using.
Yeah, Spark is also I'm going to explain you.
Jilas, I have a question. So,
Yes.
okay, developmental side we will do using the custom script and we'll push the data to target location. But so for the peer review, so how they will access these scripts? Or peer
With
review and like a code peer reviewing, like the code review. So for code review, how how the reviewers will get the access to the scripts?
See, if I have a team, okay,
Mhm.
and if I'm writing some codes, there are two ways. Either he can directly come and access my glue jobs, okay. He should have the access to access my glue job. If he has, like, if you want to do the peer review, he should have the access. Second way is we have Git configurations, okay. In real time, definitely we have Git configurations, and we check out the branch, and the branch link I send it to my reviewer. He reviews, and if he finds everything good, he approves. Otherwise, he's going to send the comments on that.
Okay. So are you going to show that part also?
Git configuration actually I'm not showing, but yeah, it's actually you can very easily do. If you have you ever worked with a Git?
Yeah, I worked on Git for the AWS DevOps. Sorry, Azure DevOps. I know that version, but here how
No, it's
Glue
same. It's same. Like we use Azure DevOps only. Like this AWS does not have any
difference.
other different things. Like those, like for the code saving purpose, you know,
Mm,
we use Azure DevOps only. Like all the Scrum calls and all the code movement happens using Azure DevOps only for my project also.
okay. But I never worked on AWS DevOps. So
Yeah,
DevOps means like the developmental side.
yeah. That is only from Azure DevOps only.
Mhm.
Actually, that is the best tool for you, code migration and all those things.
Okay. So next class, you're going to use the custom scripts to process
Yes,
the data, right? Okay.
yes.
And also, even though like in the client side, they will assign multiple files, like in a folder, suppose 100 Parquet files are there. So how to process the 100 Parquet files? Like you could please so at least adding two to three files and showing
Yeah,
that that will be good.
definitely do.
Yeah.
So just tomorrow we will be starting with PySpark data frame concept.
Yes.
Okay. So if we can have a session or like interviews question or something, if we can share, so we can prepare in such a way.
See, for that I said just ping me on and we can connect on weekends, have a mock interviews. See, because the questions, if you say all the questions, like generic questions, if you want to say, all those are available on internet. I'm just going to share the link for those. If you want to have a real experience or kind of practice, then we can connect separately. Just ping me on WhatsApp and we'll decide a time in the afternoon and we can
Mhm.
connect.
Sure.
Whereas, usually on AWS cloud, what is the mostly people are using in the client sides instead of S3 as a data lake? Is there any other sources they're using other
For data
than the
lake,
S3?
S3.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lake formation also, but that is also built on top of S3 only.
S3 lake formation, right? Right. Okay. But mostly nobody will use RDS Aurora, RDS MySQL, right? Or RDS SQL Server and Cloud.
For analytical workload, no.
No.
See, there are two kinds of operations, okay? Like on AWS, you might have the Aurora running, and that Aurora is actually connected with the direct world applications, and those applications are doing OLTP transactions on your databases, such as it could be MariaDB, SQLDB, whatever this name is. Okay.
Okay.
And they are like those databases you are just using as a normal SQL databases, like the like till now on-premise databases we were using for the connectivity purpose, updating row level updates, delete, and CRUD operations. Okay. The same thing, if you want to do, you can do on the cloud also. Only difference is this: on cloud you get the multi-agent deployment, you have read replicas, you have failovers, you have high availability. Charges are a bit lower. You do not need too many admins. Like admin jobs have been cut out due to these clouds.
Okay.
Those are the benefits. But if you want to do data analysis, okay, I'm going to talk about this in great detail when we are going to start with the Redshift. Like what is the difference between OLTP, OLAP transitions, when to use which one, and things we are going to talk. But yeah, for now, just understand, if you are going to do analytical store, then data lakes are the raw or landing zones. Then we have data warehouses, which are examples are Synapse, BigQuery, Redshift, Snowflake, and maybe there are now we have many more engines. Like database is also emerging as a lake house. It's not a complete warehouse; it's a lake house architecture.
Right. Okay. But mostly for when the people are converting to cloud, cloud transformation to get the on-prem databases to cloud, mostly S3 the people are using as a data lake, right? Other than the
See again there are two things. Okay, if you just want to lift and shift your databases from on-prem to cloud, technologies are AWS SCT, that is schema conversion tool, AWS DMS for data migration service, or maybe you can use tools like third-party tools.
No. I'm not going to migration part. Just like what is the source of the target when the moving on-prem to cloud? So it will be S3 or RDS, AWS RDS.
That's the thing I'm saying. If your use case is to migrate your databases, then those RDS mostly. If you just want to move the data into cloud and store it for the analytical purpose, it's S3.
Okay, both are required at the same time?
Depends on your project, like what you're doing.
So for example, from on-prem to we have to move to cloud, and from cloud to Snowflake. Then what is the choices?
Multiple choices are you can move like you can do a lift and shift to on-prem to AWS, and then you can unload your data to S3, and you can move it to a Snowflake. You can use third-party tools, connectors. Like I think example for it, I'll say Talent is the best tool. You can connect it with the on-prem SQL. Just a second now. You can connect with the on-prem SQL, and we can you can directly push the data to Snowflake, like without waiting for anything else.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we have to process and clean the files using Glue. That is my
Talent you can use.
priority.
Talent is a ETL tool.
Mm.
Talent is a ETL tool, something like Azure Data Factory, and you can utilize that. Okay, so we'll meet tomorrow because now I have a class to catch. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.
Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, what are the topics you are covering?
Come again.
What topics you are going to cover tomorrow and day after tomorrow?
Glue only.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye.